How much time do you waste staring at a blinking cursor, desperately trying to turn a rough outline into a high retention video script? If you are a solo creator, you already know the pain. You can have a brilliant industry shifting idea, but spending 5 plus hours wrestling with pacing, conversational tone, and visual cues completely drains your creative energy. Most people try to fix this by using raw AI prompts, but the output sounds like an outdated corporate brochure. I did something entirely different for the last 4 videos you watch on this channel. I used an advanced AI scripting framework called Subscriber to generate every single one of them in minutes. By the end of this video, I'm going to show you the exact step-by-step subscriber workflow I use to ingest raw research and output the complete scripts for our cloud workflows, AI assistants, ChatGPT Canvas, and the SLP videos. Let's look at how the engine actually works. So the real cost of script writing isn't just stringing sentences together. It's the hidden mechanics of viewer retention. To keep someone watching a YouTube video, your script needs strict pacing, hard word count limits per section, and explicit visual direction, and the psychological loops that pull the viewer forward. When you throw a standard outline into a typical AI chat, the system undergoes what we call structural collapse. It doesn't understand the video flow. It gives you a standard essay filled with cheesy transitions like in conclusion or welcome back to my channel. The breakthrough with Subscriber is that it treats a video script like an architectural blueprint. It forces the AI to respect tight runtime constraints and repeatable formatting blocks. Look at the raw materials we fed into the system for our previous videos. We started with completely unorganized, raw conceptual outlines. Outline 10, Outline 11, and Outline 12 and Outline 13 are all on the recent 4 videos on this channel. Normally, processing 4 massive, distinct PDFs into production-ready video scripts would take a professional creator an entire weekend of grueling copywriting, but Subscriber handles it by breaking the asset down into the 3-layer prompting matrix. So Subscriber isn't just a basic prompt shortcut. It is a systematic framework that sits on top of LLMs, like Claude or ChatGPT, to enforce hyper-specific YouTube retention mechanics. It functions by dividing the scripting process into 3 structural layers. One is the structure layer, which imposes the rigid time-tested pacing blocks like hooks, problem, deep dives, and workflows. It eliminates the rumbling and unpredictable video runtimes. Then the next layer, retention layer. It bakes visual directions, transition cues, and exact word counts into the text. Eliminates flat, boring talking head monologues. And then lastly is the voice layer. Calibrates conversational rhythms, punchy phrasing, and witty peer-to-peer logic, which eliminates the generic, obvious AI-sounding voice. Instead of asking the AI to write a script about my outline, the Subscriber methodology commands the model to build inside strict containment zones. For instance, when we process outline 10, like that I replaced my assistant with one cloud workflow PDF, the framework didn't just write a block of text. It systematically calculated an exact 130-word target for the hook, an approximately 280-word target for the problem frame, and mapped out explicit on-screen visual directions for every single timestamp. This ensures that the final scripts reads exactly like a real human creator speaking naturally to their audience, complete with natural pauses, emphasis markers, and visual B-roll cues already planned out. Now let's open the system up and look at the exact step-by-step workflow to build the scripts for yourself. Here is the exact 5-step sequence used to transform our raw resource outlines into the highly optimized video scripts you've been watching on this channel. Step 1. Mount your source knowledge. Before you write a single word of your script, you must provide a clean data foundation. Upload your core conceptual document directly into the workspace. For our series, this meant mounting the literal target reference files like the outlines, which anchors the AI's knowledge base and stops it from hallucinating fake steps or generic advice. Step 2. Inject the subscriber structural blueprint. Next, paste the structural block constraint into your system prompt. This acts as the containment grid for the script. You must explicitly define the block target using a clear, scannable format. For on-screen structural templates, you're simply just marked down by executing the script generation sequentially using these exact pacing zones. I hope the problem frame, the core FNE and why, and the architecture and what, execution on a step-by-step on how, and the conclusion and actionable CDA. Step 3. Run the retention and the visual direction prompt. Command the system to inject production value directly into the text. Use a dedicated directive prompt to ensure the output isn't a wall of unreadable prose. Here you can see the retention layer command block. Step 4. Execute section by section generation. Here is a major trap to avoid. Never generate a 10-minute video script in a single massive prompt pass. If you do, the AI will heavily compress the information, ignore your visual directions, and leave out the best parts of your outline. Instead, prompt the sections sequentially. For our final video in the sequence, we fed in the documents and generated the hook and why the sections first. Once those were pristined, we prompt the step-by-step section individually to ensure all 6 operational steps were fully expanded with actionable on-screen templates. Step 5. Apply the voice and width calibration. Once the script architecture is fully built, run a final optimization pass to refine the rhythm. Use a calibration directive to strip out the fluff and inject direct punchy sentences with a touch of authentic peer-to-peer wit. Now let's look at the actual return on investment for this workflow. Writing a highly technical, engaging 1,600-word script manually across separate documents typically takes a creator roughly half a day of intense mental focus. But by using Subscriber, you can systematically process 4 target outlets, spanning from advanced cloud workflows to deep ChatGPT Canvas SOP builds. The total creation time for all 4 scripts combined took less than 45 minutes. And that is how a solo creator builds a lean, hyper-efficient content engine that competes with entire production teams. So here's your implementation challenge for this week. Take your very next content outline, break it down into 5 structural pacing zones we covered today, and run it through a section-by-section AI generation pass before you write a single manual sentence. If this structural workflow completely changed how you look at content production, hit that like button and drop a comment letting me know which scripting section you usually struggle with the most. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because in the next upcoming video, we are going to connect this script writing stack directly to an automated video editing workflow so you can scale your entire asset production from idea to finished video on absolute autopilot. I'll see you in the next workflow.